Here's Elara's journey to finding true happiness. It wasn't an easy path, but it was one filled with self-discovery and courage. Elara lived in a vibrant city, surrounded by the hustle and bustle of everyday life. She was always on the move, always doing something for someone else. But deep down, she felt a void, a longing for something more. In a bustling town, Elara was everyone's go-to for kindness. She had a heart of gold and was always ready to lend a helping hand. Whether it was a neighbor in need or a stranger on the street, Elara was there, spreading warmth and compassion. Her days were filled with acts of kindness, but her nights were filled with dreams of a different life. She spent years pleasing others, ignoring her true passion, painting. Elara had always loved to paint. As a child, she would spend hours lost in her sketchbook, creating worlds of color and imagination. But as she grew older, the pressures of life pushed her passion aside. She traded her paintbrushes for responsibilities, her dreams for practicality. Everyone said it was impractical. Friends and family advised her to focus on a stable career, to find a job that would pay the bills and provide security. They meant well, but their words only added to the weight on her shoulders. Elara felt torn between her love for art and the expectations of those around her. So, she buried her dreams under others' expectations. She took a job in an office, working long hours and climbing the corporate ladder. On the outside, she seemed successful, but inside, she felt like a part of her was missing. The stress of her job and the constant pressure to perform took a toll on her well-being. She became successful, but felt a growing emptiness. Despite her achievements, Elara couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She would sit alone in her office, staring at the walls, wondering if this was all there was to life. The joy she once felt when painting was a distant memory, replaced by a sense of emptiness and longing. One day, an old, abandoned art studio called to her. As she walked through the city, she stumbled upon a forgotten building, its windows dusty and its walls covered in ivy. Something about the place spoke to her, igniting a spark of curiosity and hope. She peered through the window, imagining what it would be like to fill the space with her art. That night, Elara realized she wasn't living her own life. She lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, her mind racing with thoughts of the abandoned studio. She knew she had to make a change, to reclaim the dreams she had buried for so long. The realization was both terrifying and exhilarating, but she knew it was the only way to find true happiness. The next morning, she bought paints and began to paint. With a newfound determination, Elara visited an art supply store, filling her basket with paints, brushes, and canvases. She returned to the old studio, her heart pounding with excitement. As she set up her easel and dipped her brush into the paint, she felt a sense of liberation she hadn't felt in years. For the first time in years, she felt truly alive. The colors flowed from her brush, bringing her visions to life on the canvas. Each stroke was a step towards reclaiming her true self. The joy she felt was indescribable, a mix of passion, freedom, and fulfillment. Elara knew she had made the right choice. Elara's authentic work began to draw attention. As she continued to paint, her work caught the eye of art enthusiasts and gallery owners. Her unique style and heartfelt expression resonated with people, and soon, her paintings were being showcased in galleries across the city. Elara's art was a reflection of her journey, and it touched the hearts of many. An old friend noticed her transformation. One day, while visiting a gallery, an old friend recognized her work. They were amazed by the transformation in Elara's life and couldn't believe the change they saw in her. The friend approached her, their eyes filled with admiration and curiosity. "You seem happier," they said. The friend couldn't help but notice the glow in Elara's eyes, the confidence in her smile. They sat down for a heartfelt conversation, reminiscing about old times and discussing the journey that had led Elara to this point. The friend was genuinely happy for her, offering words of encouragement and support. "I am," she replied. "I realize now that true success came only after I decided to follow my own heart." Elara's voice was filled with conviction as she spoke. She had learned that true happiness and success couldn't be measured by societal standards or the expectations of others. It came from within, from following one's passion and staying true to oneself. Elara's journey was a testament to the power of following your heart, and she hoped her story would inspire others to do the same.